Here's what I want to do, because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn, he got a good point. He got a good point. It's no big. It's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question: how would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age? Are you a conservative, or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know you believe you are?
I wouldn't define myself as a conservative first. I would define myself as a saint first.
A
right?
saint?
I'm a saint, right? And it's a difference between a Christian and a saint. A saint is a person that believes every word in the word, right? We don't differentiate. We don't pick and choose which part of the Bible we believe. I even if I'm not perfect or I'm not doing everything right, I define myself by my belief in God. That's first, above all. And then everything else comes after that, right? So I am conservative, which I used to be Democrat. I'm not going to say liberal, but I am a Republican. I'm a conservative Republican. I've been married since I was 22 years old. So I've been married for the better part of 22 years. I'm a father. And then more importantly, I'm a bag chaser. So I'm always going to do the thing that adds value into people's lives, and I expect to be fairly compensated as a result of it.
Okay, so we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith getting his revenge at Corey Holcomb. And this is Stephen A. Smith's way of trolling Corey Holcomb. This was like his big FU moment to slap Corey Holcomb in the face. And the reason why I say that is because we all know the situation that happened between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels.
You do? Let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
see,
homie, let me tell you something, homie. I don't do no fucking shit.
We can go out back right now. We can go out back right now. I'm with it. I bet you won't say that.
Now, we all know that happened live on the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, right? And then, they continue to trade shots for about a month straight, man, going back and forth. The beef got heated to the point where, families was getting involved. Corey Holcomb mentioning Anton Daniels' daughter and wife, and Anton Daniels responded back to that. Now it's time for me to lawyer up.
At this point, I've been advised not to say anything else about it. So that's all I've been authorized to say.
And yeah, man, the situation got real tricky over there, man, with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. So the reason why I say Stephen A. Smith is trolling Corey Holcomb and got his big FU moment is because out of the blue, guys, we see that Stephen A. Smith interviewed Anton Daniels. Everybody was asking, like, why is Stephen A. Smith interviewing Anton Daniels? It doesn't make sense. What is going on here, right? And to me knowing the history between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels, this was Stephen A. Smith's way to troll Corey Holcomb. Because we all know Stephen A. Smith has been on this rampage of just clapping back at everybody that has criticized him. We all know Corey Holcomb has been a strong critic of Stephen A. Smith over the past couple of years on his podcast.
I want America to know this about Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith has a very unique job. He is the voice of the racist corporate world at ESPN. They pay him well to say and speak in the racist voice. That's why he laughs at us. Nothing happens to Stephen A. Smith when he disrespects black people. I don't think there's never been a time in history where a man can say so much negative things about black people and take up for people like Jerry Jones, and there is no repercussions for what he do. We need you to talk about Kyrie. We need you to take up for Jerry Jones. He was young at the time. Okay, boss, I'm gonna go say something good. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna put it together. And he went on there and he took up for Jerry Jones.
I even just did a video how Corey Holcomb sat alongside Cam Newton and called Stephen A. Smith a puppet, right?
In this world, like if you tune in to ESPN, for example, I just don't believe Stephen A. Smith is gonna say nothing in reality. He has to say what will make his boss happy. This is real, and I can't smile it off no more. If you stand up for what's right, you are not part of the programming of television in most situations. So what I'm saying is, Brother Cam, when you talk about things, like I said something about abortion earlier.
Yes, sir.
And I said some things about the Bible earlier. Trust me when I tell you there's beauty in the dark. The stuff that people think you're not supposed to say, you really, listen, you are supposed to say certain things because if you don't talk about it, the people will be programmed into thinking it's wrong to talk about it. There's nothing wrong talking about my interpretation of the Bible. There's nothing wrong talking about aborting babies. There's nothing wrong talking about it. It's just you're programmed to think, oh, he said that. I didn't do anything wrong. I just talk about it. And there's a lot of people who want to hear about it. And you want me to tell you how I know that's true? Because I'm able to eat without being on any of those major media platforms that are out there. A lot of people want to hear about it. More people should hear about it. They should hear the point of view from people who have the courage to stay in the dark without the bank account that comes with working for those platforms, because those platforms, you can make a decent amount of money, as Stephen A. brags about all the time. He rich, but he broke. You rich, but you broke. Let me tell you why, brother. Because you know most of the stuff you say is what your boss wants you to say. They used to have a difficult way of getting that out there with certain reporters. But when they got us saying the dirt, when they got us talking about each other, this is how they get away with it. And if you ask me, Stephen A. leads the charge of us talking about us. That's just my opinion.
And that interview was like a year ago, on top of the other clips that I want to show that Corey Holcomb has said about Stephen A. Smith over the years.
I would have been one of them guests that he have on there. I would have been one of them guests he have on there. But I speak my mind when he do fuck shit. So of course he distanced himself from me. And when he saw me in public, Corey, all that like that, what the shit when motherfuckers talk about I was scared? Nigga, I ain't never scared, man. I'm smart. You think if I saw Stephen A. Smith and we was somewhere it was just me and him, do you think Stephen A. Smith would have the same energy? No. Oh, I'll be like, look, man, that whole ass you do to make the motherfucking people look bad is foul. Stephen A. Smith played a game because he had niggas with him. I had niggas with me. He was bold enough to pull it and act like it's all good. I go with the game in some situations because motherfucking gangsters don't show his hand. Emotional niggas be ready to fight everywhere.
I'm pretty sure if Stephen A. Smith would have reached out to Corey Holcomb and got the interview with Corey Holcomb and just said like, yo, let's talk things out. We obviously clearly have a lot of different views on certain subjects. You've been a very harsh critic of mine. Let's kind of nip this in the bud. I want to hear what you got to say about me, and we can go back and forth and confront each other if need be, right? But no, you allow Anton Daniels to have that seat. And I feel like just the timing of it, it's kind of like a little troll to Corey Holcomb, knowing that, you know, Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb had this big explosive beef that everybody was talking about for a couple of months, man. So I feel like this is Stephen A. Smith little troll move, have his little FU moment to Corey Holcomb, man. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys like videos like this, man, if you stuck around this long, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.